Hello, this is Julie Candler with the BBC News. President Putin has dismissed allegations that Russia is using energy as a political weapon at a time of surging prices. He said current shortages in Europe were due to what he called systemic flaws in its energy system. Steve Rosenberg reports from Moscow.
Vladimir Putin blamed the gas crisis on Europe, saying that after a cold winter, Europeans hadn't pumped sufficient volumes of gas into storage facilities. The Kremlin leader said he was 100% certain that the new gas pipeline Russia has built, Nord Stream 2, which is awaiting final approval from European regulators, would ease Europe's gas crisis. Supporters of Nord Stream 2 say it will be a cheaper and more efficient supply of gas. But critics say the pipeline, which bypasses Ukraine, is a political project and could make Europe more dependent on Russian energy.
The European Commission has urged EU member states to use a range of tax and subsidy options to cushion the impact of rising prices. Chile's opposition has begun impeachment proceedings against President Sebastián Piñera, accusing him of corruption after he was mentioned in the recently disclosed Pandora Papers. A spokesman said the president has used his office for personal business. Our Americas editor Candice Peart reports.
The move by the opposition comes after Chile's public prosecutor opened an investigation into corruption allegations related to the sale of a mine owned by Mr. Piñera's family. He's rejected the accusations, arguing that no irregularities had been found in the contract. The controversy comes as Chile gears up for presidential and legislative elections next month. Mr. Piñera is not standing again. Although a motion to impeach is unlikely to get past the Senate, if he were to be found guilty, Chile's billionaire president could be jailed for up to 5 years.
The actor William Shatner, famous for playing Captain Kirk in the TV series Star Trek, has become the oldest person to fly to the edge of space and experience what the series called the final frontier. The 90-year-old and 3 others took off on board the New Shepard rocket owned by the American billionaire Jeff Bezos. Afterwards, Mr. Shatner was overwhelmed with emotion.
You look down, there's the blue down there. There is Mother Earth and comfort. And is there death? I don't know. Is that death? Is that the way death is? Whoop! And it's gone. It was so moving. This experience is something unbelievable. What you have given me is the most profound experience I can imagine. I'm so filled with emotion about what just happened. It's extraordinary. I hope I never recover from this.
World News from the BBC. The Sri Lankan authorities are dropping charges including conspiracy to murder against a former Navy chief linked to the disappearance of 11 people during the Civil War. The Attorney General said the state would drop the case against Admiral Vasanta Karinagoda, and Barasanati Rajan reports.
The former Sri Lankan Navy chief is one of 14 people accused of abducting and killing the teenagers in 2008 and 2009. Admiral Vasanta Karinagoda said the charges were politically motivated. Police said the victims were not linked to the Tamil Tiger rebels and were killed while in the illegal custody of the Navy. They were believed to be kidnapped purely to extort money from families. No reason has been given for the decision to drop the charges, and relatives of some of the victims are mounting a legal challenge.
The U.S. Special Envoy for Iran has said that Washington is prepared to adjust what he called a different reality if Tehran is not prepared to return to abiding by the 2015 nuclear deal. Robert Malley said with a new team in Iran, the country could choose a different path. Talks on reviving the nuclear deal have not resumed since the new Iranian president, Ebrahim Raisi, took office in August. Inflation in the United States edged up in September, with rising food and rent costs accounting for more than half the increase. The latest Labour Department figures show consumer prices rose 0.4% last month, continuing the upward trend seen throughout the year. Increased business activity and shortages in the supply chain are being blamed. A big fire has swept through the main square of a landmark concert hall in Egypt, where the country's top film festival is due to open on Thursday. The event is still scheduled to go ahead after the fire was put out. The festival has been held in the Red Sea Resort since 2017. It's the most glamorous and prestigious event for Egypt's film industry. BBC News.